One thing I don't understand is when guys ask me out on a coffee date or ask me to go do a workout, it's like, no, I can take myself to coffee. I can also take myself to work out and I'm in great shape. I don't even have time to get coffee with my own girlfriends, let alone some guy I don't know. When I get DMs like that, I just don't even open them anymore. I'm just like, in what world would I want to go for coffee? Like, London is so busy. Just like, step it up, London. Step up your game, London guys.
I'm sure she can take herself out to dinner, or on a holiday too, because she's a strong, independent woman, which means no guy should take her anywhere since she can pay for it all herself.
That's exactly right.
Hello. Oh my god, I did something. I downloaded Hinge. Now I'm probably going to regret it, but I have been single a very long time. So it's been about 3 years now, and I've only had one situationship in that time, and that is over. So I think it's about time. But I am slowly realising I've been single a long time, and I'm slightly unhinged. There was a guy on Hinge, and in his profile it said, funny fact, did you know that the man that invented Pringles was buried in a Pringle can? So my very beautiful brain saw that he worked in IT, and I sent him a message that said, would you like to be buried in a computer? But now I just look psychotic instead of funny, and
Modern women always criticise men for not sending a good opening first message on dating apps. Yet the best this woman could come up with was that the guy should be buried in his computer.
They're lost!
This is my formal announcement to say that I am no longer trying to date people ever again. Lauren, why, you ask? Well, I found out the person that I've always had a soft spot for is dating somebody, which is amazing for them. Really, really cool. But part of me is like, well, what did I do wrong? And I know there's nothing wrong with me and that there is plenty more people, but it does kind of knock your confidence a little bit and make you kind of think, well, why wasn't I good enough? Is it in the way I look, talk, walk? Is there something I'm doing that's unappealing? So I start self-analysing myself and wondering, like, what am I doing wrong? To try and maybe correct it. And I know I'm not going to be able to convince this person to madly fall in love with me or want to be with me, but it does kind of make you think that you're like, well, it would have been nice, but I guess it wasn't the right time, and maybe I just wasn't the right person. So this is me saying I am having a man ban for maybe a couple of months just to work on me, because clearly there's something wrong.
Another alpha widow in the making. She will cry for years and compare every new guy she meets to the Chad Roan who just rejected her.
Leave her. She's lost it.
I'm a team player, so I am going to share some common icks of dating in 2025. It's trash, by the way. If you're married, just stay married. I think you're going to be better off if you just stay married. Even if you're unhappy, I just recommend staying married, okay? It's nothing. It's trash. The dating pool is trash. 40 plus, trash. Straight downhill. But let's talk about some common icks, okay? Emotional intelligence, right? You would think whenever you start getting into the 40 plus club that there'd be some emotional intelligence. No, that's not true. That is not true at all. Not true at all. I dated a guy who literally, I felt like I was just banging my head against a wall anytime that there was conflict. And I'd try and talk through it with him, and it was just like literally banging my head against the wall. I'm like, this is pointless. This is pointless. How can you be 40 whatever and lack emotional intelligence? If you had anything going for you, I would think it'd be emotional intelligence when you're in your 40s. No, not this guy. Second ick, someone that just agrees with everything that you say. Like, I was talking to one guy, and every single time that I would say something, he would agree with it. I don't want someone agreeing with me all the time. I want someone like pushing my buttons and calling me out and challenging my thought process. Like, if I wanted someone to agree with me all the time, I don't know. Like, my kids don't even agree with me all the time. I need someone to challenge my thought process. So, 2 icks. What are your icks? What are your icks? What are your dating icks?
Men bang their heads against different walls during their entire lives over the illogical things women come out with. Men have literally ended their own lives because of women constantly nagging at them. She wanted to know what our personal icks are. Mine is when modern women constantly make TikToks all day.
Poor, deluded females.
Listen, I date men that are worth over $50 million, which means that if you think asking for a black car being sent to you by just a regular person is like not achievable, you need to raise your standards. I ask them sometimes on the first date, but definitely by the second date, to give me a gift. Now, I'm not going to tell them what to gift me because I want to see how generous they are, but they are not allowed to get me flowers because I already get myself flowers every week. Like, I don't need flowers, please. And I have a cat. You're going to fucking kill her. I have like literally standards and like ways that I conduct myself. So if you, as a man who is worth $50 million, generating millions of dollars, a lot of them are worth hundreds of millions of dollars because of their businesses, and they can't do small stuff like that. They can't put a date together, something nice, something generous, like a good conversation, like talk to me about what it is that you are gonna do for me, how you're gonna woo me, like talk about future plans, get to know me as a person. Like, no. Also, there's like no opening my legs. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. It's not on the table. It will never be. And I get everything that I want. They give me everything that I want and beyond. Because at the end of the day, a guy who has a CEO mindset, who is telling the entire world what to do every day, wants to be told what to do. You gotta whip him into shape. Whip him. I'm not here to conform to him. I am not here to please him. He is there to please me. He is there to serve me. He is there to give me. Again, this is a very high, powerful, net worth individual. So, not your average person who's making like less than 150K. And even like between 150 to like 400, it's a similar mindset because they got bills and savings and all of that. Like, you gotta go for the millions, honey. You gotta go for the millions. And never ever sleep with them, because what if the next guy's richer that they introduce you to, and like nicer and kinder and more generous and more fun? Keep your options open.
If what this woman said is true, there are lots of men out there who are the worst simps on planet Earth. Who would fall for any of the drivel she just spewed out? Unfortunately, there are some losers out there who would, and they are enabling this type of behaviour from modern women.
That is unfortunate.
Real men of genius.